What's happening, guys? So this is another episode of YG's Breakdown. Now, I usually do this when we've dropped points or lost a game, like when we got kicked out of the cup by Sporting. And I usually do it for errors and everything as well. But this game, it was worth doing it for, because I want to do it for what Leeds attempted to do, and for our goals, and for the goal we conceded. So, first off, kick-off. Now, Leeds kicked off the game and they tried to do a Bournemouth. They tried to do the exact same method that Bournemouth did. Attack the left-hand side straight away. And they nearly scored from it again. They nearly scored from it again. Teams now realise that coming to the Emirates, if you can apply that pressure, you can possibly get something. You know what I mean? And this is kind of a worry for next season as well. You know what I mean? So, first off, what you see here is the ball's been passed. Ball's been passed to this player. He's starting to dart forward. This player is darting that way. There's also another player there, right? So what he's going to do is he's going to lift that ball to the player that player that's going to run onto it, right? So if we flip to the other one, the ball is already been launched, I believe. Let me just see if I can find it on the screen. Oh yeah, I can see it there. The ball's there in the air, right? So it's about to go to this area, right? So I think at this point, that's Granit Xhaka, that's Thomas Partey, that's Big Zinni, right? Let me just... No, Big Zinni is right at the back there. That'll be Big Zinni there, right? So the ball's coming in on the left-hand side. Now, the player is I think he's just about headed the ball for this player to then attack it, right? So already, you can see there's pressure on this left-hand side already. You know what I mean? And this is probably about 3 seconds in. So if we look at the next one, now the ball's been headed. Now Zinni has got a job to do. He needs to get rid of that ball, right? As you can see, this is Big Zinni. He needs to get rid of the ball because this player right here, he's running for it. He's going for that ball. He wants that ball because they are attacking. Oops, because they are attacking this side. So Zinni doesn't manage to deal with it and he ends up on the floor, right? That player who had it, came together with Zinni, and now the ball has fizzed for this player to now have a shot. There's the ball. This player's running onto it to take a shot. He took the shot, and Ramsdale with a good save. That could have been 1-0. Just like the Bournemouth game. So we need to be switched on straight from kickoff. Now we need to be switched. Every team should be switched on anyway. But it's a reoccurring theme that teams know to do this. Now, bigger teams may know a bit better. Maybe when Chelsea come to the Emirates, maybe they might try it. Maybe. I don't know. You know what I mean? They could do. They might not. Right? So, we're already 1-0 up at this point. Gabriel Jesus with a penalty. So, you've got Big Zinni on the ball here. Martinelli is actually down here, but you can't see him yet. So, Big Zinni, what Big Zinni is going to do is he's going to make a good move. He took a touch and then made the final touch, which was to pass that ball to Martinelli. Yeah? Big Gabs received the pass of Big Zinni, right? And he's about to take the ball, and because he wants it on his right foot. He wants the right foot because he knows that this player is just, he's ready to be going that way, right? But obviously, Big Gabs is going to take the ball back here because he wants to put it in this area, yeah? So now he's managed to successfully get past this player. All he has to do, who's around here, who's up, who's ready for this ball, all that's needed is to fizz that ball in this area. You've already got 1, 2, 3 players that you can see there in the box, right? But Big Gabs is looking to launch it over, because you can see there's a lot of green shirts here, right? As you can see, the ball's already been fizzed in. And who's in there to slot the ball home? Big Benny boy, fam. Man like Ben White, fam. No, that's my right back right there. Big Benny boy. You know what I mean? The ball's fizzing. It's going to fizz past all these, man. You got a Leeds player that's right here. Not fast enough, not quick enough. This one, he's like, shit. Get me. Telling you. Big Benny boy puts us 2 up. As you can see, the ball's already in the back of the net. That's Big Benny boy there. Get in. Get me. Man like Big Ben. Big Benny boy. That's 2-0. Didn't mean to do that. Right. Now this is from another angle. Big Gabs. This is when he put the ball in. He's going to run onto it. Boom. Ball goes into the back of the net. You know what I mean? That's my right back right there. More goals than Richarlison. Get me? You know what I mean? Like, the thing is, what people are sleeping on, right? Like rival fans, is everybody scoring on the pitch. Our starting 11 all have goals, apart from Ramsdale. You know what I mean? Our starting 11 all have contributed at least a goal this season. Right, fam, that's what you need to do if you're gonna try and win league titles and shit. You need all your players scoring. Everybody needs to, because if all your players are scoring, you're not really reliant on somebody, on a particular striker or whoever, to score goals for you. You know what I mean? You got Big Benny boy in this position. He's in a right winger's position. You know what I mean? This is shit that Walcott used to do. And Big Benny boy is successfully doing that right now. You know what I mean? This is a similar kind of goal to what he scored against Bournemouth, funnily enough. You know what I mean? Just drove in and bam. You know what I mean? Like, fam. This is why I was gassed yesterday, because of the contribute everybody's doing. You know what I mean? That's that shit right there, fam. Now this is for our third goal, right? And man like Jesus and Big Truss, that's going to be a deadly partnership. I'm telling you right now, right? So you got man like Jesus right here, right? Man like Gabriel Jesus, fam. Man like Jesus. You got Big Truss here. So he can see him enough to put that ball between them to get to Big Truss. You know what I mean? Right? So man like Big Truss receives that ball. Man like Robbie Williams wannabe receives the ball. So he wants to take it to go this way. Yeah, obvious. Yeah. Do that again. So now Big Truss is in a position where I think already he like strafted that way, then went back that way. You know what I mean? Because he wants to try and shuffle these men off to get into that box to score the goal while he's inside that box. Yeah, this is where he shuffled. So he already shuffled that way. Then now he's gonna go that way. You know what I mean? That's that kind of shit, right? That's that kind of shit that Big Truss does. You know what I mean? And let's not ignore the fact that Big Gabs is here isolated. So this is where, you know, for example, let's just say Big Truss comes there, gets past the players, and the ball goes past all the way. Big Gabs will be in this area to slot it home. You know what I mean? So Big Truss is now in a position, he's already looked up and he's about to pass this ball. You've got Gabriel Jesus right there. Gabriel Jesus knows, right, I need to get back into the box. You know what I mean? Jesus, he's not a striker where he just stays in the box. He ain't that kind of striker. He's putting in a shift in midfield. You know what I mean? And for me, every team needs that kind of striker. You know what I mean? So all he has to do now is just look up, bam, just put it in that area if you want to pass it to Jesus. Ball's been passed. Jesus is about to tap that ball in. 3-0. Fam, like, that's that link up, fam, that's having me gassed. Big Tross and man like Jesus. You know what I mean? So the ball's already in the back of the net at this point. You can see it, it's actually in that circle there. Ball's already in the back of the net. Keeper's like, shit. You see what I'm saying? But when you look at it, look who else is in the box. Big X, man like Granit Xhaka. Granit Xhaka, he looks like he's an extra striker. You know what I mean? Odegaard, he's back here. Obviously, you got Big Gabs out on the left. Like, fam, the players are all over the place. You know what I mean? And in a good way. So this is from another angle. He's passed this ball across. All man like Jesus has to do is get across, put it in. You know what I mean? And then you got Big X, Granit Xhaka right there. You know what I mean? For the type of player that Granit Xhaka is, for him to be in that box. You know what I mean? And look how isolated Martinelli is. Look how isolated Big Gabs is. So let's just say, for example, he took the shot and it ricocheted. Let's say it ricocheted off the keeper. Oh, he parried it. You've got Big Gabs that could be ready to just slot it, and that could be 3-0 as well from that happening. You know what I mean? So, fam, again, ball's in the back of the net. Man like Jesus. Big X is right next to him. You got Big Gabs here. You got Odegaard here. Look at the Leeds players there. You've got, let me count them all. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Leeds players in that box. You know what I mean? 7 Leeds players in that box. But look at the isolation right here. You know what I mean? Fam. So this is when Leeds pull one back, right? So the Leeds player managed to get down this far, right? Rob Holding, unfortunately, doesn't. He holds back until the player gets in the box. Then he decides that he wants to try and make a challenge. The player now is going to pass it here. You know what I mean? And what Granit Xhaka is going to do, because he's already committed to going this way, but now he has to stop to come back this way to try and stop that ball. Yeah, which he makes an attempt, and I think he does actually touch it as well, right? This is the goal scorer. So now he's about to strike the ball. So what could stop it is these players here. Big Zinni is in more of a position to stop it than Gabs, because Big Zinni is kind of looking directly at the ball. Yeah. It actually takes a skim off Big Zinni and goes in the back of the net. I think Ramsdale saves this if Big Zinni wasn't there, like one in that position. I personally think Ramsdale saves this. You know what I mean? It's an error, but I do think it gets saved if it wasn't for that slight deflection off Big Zinni. As you can see here, right? The goal scorer has already struck the ball. The ball has skimmed off Big Zinni's back, right? So it's going to skim and go that way. I personally think Ramsdale saves this. Otherwise, you know what I mean? I thought I took another screenshot of it, of the behind view, but Probably didn't, but I think he saves it. Right, so this angle, as you can see, players struck it. The ball's took a skim off Biggs in his back, so it's now going to go this way. I really do think Ramsdale saves this otherwise. So, yeah, as you can see there, Ramsdale, it just beat him. You know what I mean? The ball's already past him at this point. The ball's already past him. Now this. Fam. Look at this, right? So Saka, big sacks came on. He had the ball and he already passed it to Odegaard. This is Odegaard. He's already seen Granit Xhaka, right? Granit Xhaka's ready for that ball. Again, Granit Xhaka's in a striker's position. He's in a centre forward's position. You know what I mean? Man like Big X, you know, right? Then Odegaard whips in a peach of a ball, man. This ball, fam. He's already whipped it. As you can see there, Granit Xhaka is seeing it. So he's like, he's trimming right now. You know what I mean? Fam, ball of the fucking game, I say, man. Look at this. The audacity of Granit Xhaka to be in that position, you know. You know what I mean? Man's ready to head that ball in. That ball took the Leeds players out of the game, fam. Telling you. Right? Look at that. Fam. Granit Xhaka, you know. You'd expect Jesus, Nketiah, Martinelli, Saka, Big Tross or someone. You would expect forwards to be scoring these kind of goals, but you've got midfielder in Granit Xhaka chipping in. You know what I mean? Granit Xhaka's that kind of player. You know what I mean? If you're winning a game, he just makes sure that that Arsenal are going to win the game. You know what I mean? Bam. Keeper's already beat. Keeper's like, damn. You know what I mean? Goal. 4-1. What can you say? You know what I mean? What? So that's the breakdown. Big W. On to the next one. We have Liverpool next week at Anfield. Right? Not going to be easy. But, you know, it's just one of them where you never know, innit? You know what I mean? You never know. Like, this team's good enough to go to Anfield and get something. You know what I mean? This team's good enough. So, yeah, I'm just... 9 more cup finals, man. And the league could be ours. Should we win... If we win the 9 cup finals, the league is ours. But as it stands, we could still do it. You know what I mean? We could still do it. I'm not saying we're gonna. You know what I mean? I'm not saying, oh, we are gonna. You know what I mean? I believe that it's possible. But let's just see where we are in the table after we play Liverpool at Anfield. Because at the end of the day, if City drop points in their next game, whoever it is, and we beat Liverpool or even draw against Liverpool, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, right, pole position. Until once we play Man City at the end of this month, depending on when we are in the table, you know what I mean? If we beat them, I think that we'll win the league, personally. I think if we beat them. But I don't want to get carried away. You know what I mean? Because all season I've been writing this off. Because I haven't seen anything that says that we are going to do it. But we'll have to see, because it's very possible. And, you know, City are playing games before us, and they're getting the job done on their end, and then we're just like, you can tell that Arsenal are not even thinking about Man City. You know what I mean? We're not even thinking about them, man. You know what I mean? Fans, maybe, yeah, but the team, the club's not worried about Man City. They're just, all the club's worried about is just doing what we're doing. I just don't want it to be, when it's mathematically impossible for Arsenal to not get Champions League football, I don't want us to get complacent. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video, guys. Peace out.